All right, back on the Young Turks. Cenk and Anna with you. Our lib version of entertainment continues. We got another couple of lib guests for you guys. Anna, take it away.
All right, so we have James Connolly and Rachelle Escaravage on the phone. I went to journalism school with them, and they're actually working on a new web series that I wanted to talk a little bit about on the show. So, hi James, hi Rachelle, how are you guys doing?
Hey Anna, how are you?
Hey Anna, how are you?
Doing good.
Good.
So you guys are working on a web series known as Film to Give, Stories for Changemakers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Film to Give, Stories for Changemaker is, we'll be doing two things with the project. First, we'll be traveling across Asia and Africa and visiting 8 nonprofit and social enterprises and providing them with a free video. Secondly, we'll be doing, as you said, a web series that chronicles our journey throughout the developing world, and you'll get to see all the joys and challenges of telling these stories in the developing world.
So let me understand it a little bit better. So, for example, you're going to Cambodia, and you're going to cover the Cambodia project.
Yes.
So what exactly are you going to do in covering the Cambodia project? What is it, and how will you tape it?
Well, the Cambodia project, they work in the Kampot province. Actually, they work all around the country. But they basically provide educational resources to kids in rural areas without a lot of opportunity. Cambodia is a pretty wild country. Most people call it the Wild, Wild East. After the genocide that took place there, the country was left with not a lot of able bodies and people with a lot of opportunities, so there's a lot of NGOs and nonprofits working there to affect change. So the Cambodia project will basically just be telling their story and providing that to them in video form, and they can use it for outreach purposes, basically what they do, who they are, where they are, and what their goals and challenges are.
That's interesting. So you're going basically country to country and taking these interesting, nonprofits that are trying to do good in these countries and giving them a little bit of media, a little bit of publicity, tell their story a little bit, so hopefully they can raise more money to do what they do. Is that roughly right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. It's such an important tool we find in their outreach and in gaining more donors, more funding, and just all around support for their cause. It's a great tool, and we're excited to be able to give that to them.
It's interesting that you guys are focusing on nonprofit organizations that are providing education to areas where education is not as available. We've talked about several stories regarding Africa and, very, illogical practices that are happening in Africa that are claiming the lives of thousands of children. For instance, religious pastors are accusing children of witchcraft, and then those children become victims of exorcisms and things like that. So do these nonprofit organizations seek to change that type of mindset in Africa in any way, shape, or form?
That's a pretty broad question. It's there's so many different nonprofits and non-governmental organizations and social enterprises that are doing just fabulous work, and there's so many of them doing various things in the same sector. We haven't encountered any kinds of stories like that firsthand. I read them too and am stunned when I do read them. The work that we'll be doing in Africa and that we have done in Africa, we worked with an organization called School Ventures, who's on that one of the 8 organizations we'll be providing video to. And basically what they're doing is facilitating support through their website and through their network of supporters, basically for a number of independent schools in Kenya. Independent schools are not supported, they are somewhat supported by the government, but they're pretty much standalone. The government schools in Kenya are free to some extent, but children are required to have to pay for books, pay for uniforms. There's a laundry list of things that they're required, and it's not exactly free. The independent schools are basically just taking kids in the most shocking of places. In slums, the largest slum in Kenya is called Kibera, or in East Africa is called Kibera, and there's a number of these independent schools operating there. And the stories that come out of them are insane. It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so much opportunity, and the kids are so driven to succeed. It's just an amazing thing to see. And when you really see that firsthand, it gives this passion that Rachelle and I share and have ingrained in us, but it just drives us to do more.
Well,
and encourages it.
I wanted to ask you one more question about that. How did you crazy kids get into this kind of little project?
Oh my God, I don't know.
How does it pop into your head? Hey, let's go travel the world and make videos for nonprofits that are,
It's funny. We started off after CSUN with Anna, and we were traveling the United States and telling stories, and then independently. And then we came across an organization called Kiva, which is a microfinance organization, and we did a proposal for them, and we literally got sent a week later to Cambodia and Vietnam to tell stories, and met amazing people in rural areas of Vietnam and Cambodia, and really kind of found our niche there. Just realized that these stories are, need to be heard. These people deserve to be given a voice, and a lot of times, what they have to say and their enthusiasm, it just fuels us and forced us to make a decision into what kind of stories we want to tell, and this is it.
So I know that you guys are trying to raise money to actually fund this new web series that you're working on.
Yes.
How can people donate to it?
Well, without giving like a really, really long link, I can just say that anyone interested in supporting the project, first of all, thank you. Thank you very much. It means a lot to us and certainly a lot to the organizations. It is a huge opportunity for them. You can go to Google and type in Film to Give Kickstarter, and it'll return top on your page. It's called Film to Give Stories for Change Makers.
All right.
And I'll include a link to our website in case anyone wants to participate in this.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll put the link up on YouTube, too. All right, James and Rachelle, thanks so much for coming on the show and for doing the good work you are, hopefully across the world.
Thank you very much
for having us.
All right. We'll be right back on The Young Turks.